inaugural Wrestling Showcase champion.
We have a great tournament, as you mentioned before. And you know what? It's all going to be won by Matt Cardona.
Remains to be seen. Let's talk about the 4 first-round matchups. They could be main events anywhere in the country. First up, we're going to see Steve Maclin and Jacob Fatu. That could be the most physical matchup of this first round.
It absolutely can be. You're talking about 2 of the toughest men in wrestling today. I can't wait for that one. I don't even know who to pick.
And then we're going to have 2 of the most decorated athletes in professional wrestling. This is going to be a high-flying matchup. Rich Swann taking on the aptly-named Johnny Showcase.
You hear them cheering right now because they know what to expect. And if you're watching this, that means you know what to expect too. Expect the unexpected from Johnny Showcase. The name. It's perfect. It fits perfectly. Johnny Showcase and Rich Swann.
And if you want to see a rivalry reignited, one of the most caustic rivalries we've seen in Impact Wrestling over the past decade, Moose taking on the Impact World Champion, the man he took the title from,
Josh Alexander defeated Moose for that championship, and Moose told me earlier he vowed he will not allow Josh Alexander to take another championship.
Certainly gone beyond personal. And then the final first round matchup, bit of a mystery here. We have WWE legend Tatanka taking on Matt Cardona or Brian Myers.
We don't know. Matt Cardona, he has gotten back in the ring, but hey, we've got 3 matches for him to wrestle, for him to win this. The doctors, I don't know if they're going to clear him or not, but what I can tell you is, it's not a matter of them facing Tatanka. It's a matter of whether or not it will be Matt Cardona or Brian Myers defeating Tatanka.
One will walk away as the Wrestling Showcase champion. But speaking of titles, the MLW World Women's Featherweight champion, the inaugural champion, Taya Valkerie, taking on best friends Deonna, Purrazzo, and Chelsea Green in a triple threat match for the title.
Everybody's excited for that. I'm excited for this one. What's going to happen? Are these tag team champions going to be able to coexist, to work together? If you ask me, they should have just done a rock, paper, scissors in the back and figured it out. And come out there, one of them lays down, they knock Taya out, one of them comes out champion.
A lot of history involved there, but it wouldn't be the Wrestling Showcase without paying homage to a company that has been so integral over the past 30 years in professional wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling. We're going to see a showcase between the fanny pack kid Kal Herro and certified Luke Kurtis.
We are. I'm excited for this. OVW has created some of the biggest names in wrestling. I'm talking about John Cena. I'm talking about Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Batista, Shelton Benjamin, myself, so many different stars. OVW has a track record of creating the biggest stars in wrestling. We will after tonight. They have a track record of creating the biggest stars in wrestling, and today we are going to get an opportunity to see some of the future of wrestling.
1993 until now, happy to have OVW on the Wrestling Showcase, but we're also happy to have a broadcast colleague bringing something new to professional wrestling. That is our official sideline reporter, John Alba. Alba, take it away.
Gentlemen, March Madness may be about, say, 6 months away, but that does not mean that it's not time for some bracketology. The Wrestling Showcase is going to be a 3-round tournament, and the only way to move on, pinfall, submission, disqualification, count out. There's also a time limit for each round. The first round will be 25-minute time limit, the second round 40 minutes, and our championship match will end up being an hour time limit should it go. Now, in the event of a draw, there will be an automatic bye, but I do want to make you aware of this. Should a competitor get injured at any point and they win, the person that they previously faced will be the one moving on to the next round. So that is something to keep in mind here as we pay attention to the rest of the Wrestling Showcase. I am so incredibly excited to be a part of this. I'm going to be checking in with you guys throughout the rest of the night here. But first, I think it's time to get things underway live here at the Hyatt with our ring announcer, Timothy Barr.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Wrestling Showcase opening round contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in this evening at 168 pounds, Rich Swann.
He is one of the most decorated stars over the past decade in Impact Wrestling. Former world champion, former X Division champion, and digital media champion, Rich Swann. He can go all night, and he's going to have to become the inaugural Wrestling Showcase champion.
You know who's ready for this? David Crockett is dancing next to me right now. Can we get this on camera?
He's getting down.
Can you see this? David Crockett is here. Mr. Crockett That is not necessary. I'd get on my knees, but I'd hurt myself. It's good to be with you. You want to join us?
Another example of how Rich Swann brings the party as David Crockett has decided to join us.
You want us to let's slide over.
Toss on the headset, why not?
Hello. Wow. Okay. He's got good news.
And his opponents.
I'd never be able to do
From
that.
Slamtown, USA, weighing in this evening at 215 pounds, Johnny Showcase!
Now, if there isn't enough on the line for Johnny Showcase, he has about 40 family members in the Chicagoland area. As he spoke with NBC Sports Boston earlier this week, he has a lot of his family members here in attendance. He's feeling a lot of pressure, but there isn't anything Johnny Showcase has not done in his career, as he's still dripping around.
Dripping?
Yes.
Oh, is that why he's squirting right now?
At one point, he was known as Johnny Drip Drip, sir. Yes, that is a fact.
Oh my God.
We would need a scroll to list off the accomplishments of Johnny Showcase.
Your energy is so loud in my ear, but I love it. I love
sorry
it.
about that.
No complaints. There, you sound good now.
Oh.
Sound good. I put my producer hat on.
Which one?
I think you're here. So
All
we're
right,
good.
cut me up.
There we go. You good?
All right. Yes.
All right.
yes,
We're
yes.
back in business now.
All right.
All right, Johnny Showcase, three-time Intercontinental Champion, former Impact World Champion, former ECW Champion, six-time Tag Team Champion, multi-time champion in AAA. But Josh, there's a history between these two. Back at Slammiversary 2019, Rich Swann defeated Johnny Showcase for the X Division Championship in an absolute classic, as Showcase eventually made his way out of Impact Wrestling.
All right, when you talk about classic, what do you mean by classic?
It was a match that people still talk about today. It was incredibly competitive. There was gold on the line. It meant a lot to a number of fans.
All right, I noticed they're starting off slow, trying to figure out what each other's going to do, right?
Well, there's a lot of respect between these two competitors, that's for sure.
They have to start off slow, because if you think about it, these are guys who are going to get so fast in the ring that if they don't start off slow, I mean, they're going to be out of steam in a minute.
Is this a war dance? I mean, between the
No,
two
the war
of them?
dance is going to be later. That's going to be Tatanka when he comes out.
Okay, got it.
Now I can barely hear myself.
All right. Good arm bar. All right, now they're working on that. They're still trying to figure out what each other's going to do, right?
Absolutely.
What's the favorite hold?
Well,
for each one?
they're both such well-conditioned athletes. They both realize it's going to take a while. They're going to have to wear each other down to get an advantage, and they know each other so well. They're both former world champions in Impact, and Rich Swann has made so much history in Impact over the last decade, really. I mean, he had the match versus Kenny Omega for the title at Rebellion, where it was title versus title.
It's also very important to acknowledge the fact that this is the first round match. This is for the Wrestling Showcase Championship, the inaugural champion, which, by the way, this is probably a great opportunity to tell everybody, this is not a championship that's going to be defended. This is a championship that's going to be carried with the champion for an entire year.
Yeah, you are the face of the entire Wrestling Showcase. First round matches, 25-minute time limit, as John Alba made it clear.
How about that? We got ourselves a sideline reporter. I've never seen that in wrestling before.
Now they're forgetting about what they want to do. Win.
Johnny Showcase is very calculated, though, Mr. Crockett.
All right.
It may not seem like it at times, but he certainly is.
Sometimes what you're looking at here, I would guess, is a little bit of mind games. When you have these guys who can move as quickly as these two can, you got to at times slow them down. And look at this. I mean, what is even happening in the ring?
Well, he's got him up.
Inventive offense here by Showcase.
What's he going to do?
Swann find a way out? Yes, he does.
Arm drag into the corner there.
Amazing agility by Swann. Now a drop kick sending Showcase to the outside.
I'm not sure if Showcase was sent to the outside by the drop kick or took the opportunity to get to the outside after that drop kick.
Now, that would make very good sense, because he wants to slow things down, get him back in position to get back in the ring and control the match.
Well, that's the nature of it. You have to remember, this is what we were talking about before. 25 minutes in this first match. take your time.
Yes.
Don't go in there.
Oh.
Take your time. I think what Johnny Showcase is doing is brilliant.
Well, to both your points, though, you probably want to try and get a quick victory if at all possible, knowing you have to win 3 matches. All 8 competitors are the best of the best.
Well, that's saying a lot. They are the best of the best, but a lot of what's going to happen with this, when you look at who's going to end up winning this match, or winning this tournament, is going to be based on maybe who can get through their matches as quickly.
Oh,
Who can control? The person that can control the match is the person that's going to win the title. As long as they can control the whole match. Now, say this.
not quite sure what Showcase is thinking here.
No, I know referee Kevin Keenan at many times has been in need of a bucket. I am a little confused about what's happening right now, but
I think we all are.
We could have a shoot-off, perhaps.
oh, dare we?
It is very hot and muggy in Chicago this week.
Oh, yes.
They're
We
They're
are.
pumped-
All right.
Oh,
the
God.
championship is on the line.
and they got a couple of drip sticks in their hands right now.
We're going to drip.
It could be time for a duel.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a duel.
Oh, look at this. Brilliant.
Somebody's going to squirt first.
Oh! Love it. It's great. Water is not illegal.
And now,
Hey, that is not right. He just sprayed that in his eyes.
Almost.
He sprayed that intentionally right in his eyes.
Rich Swann so agile,
good,
and now
good here.
the splash into the cover, and Showcase able to
He
kick out
didn't
at
hook
2.
his leg.
Not
He
enough
didn't
to
hook
get
it.
him. Not enough to get him.
Nope. He saw the light on him. He thought he had him down.
Rich Swann able to fool the master of the drip stick there, and now looking to continue the offense up to the second turnbuckle.
He's taking too much time. See.
Swann
went for the 450 showcase.
Oh, good.
Had it
good,
scouted.
Good
night.
Super
Good night.
kick.
Can you be surprised? The man's name is Johnny Showcase. Do you have any question of who is going to win this? Wow, look at this.
He's had a lot of last names over the course of his career, but right now
Super
we're happy to
ego.
have him here at the Showcase.
It looks like he's
Super
going.
ego.
Looks
Here
like
he
he's
goes.
going for a Superman punch, if you ask me. Oh!
Quick left jab.
I love it.
All right,
Showcase.
All right.
Oh my God, spinning neck breaker. Right into the cover goes Showcase.
He's
Hooks the
laying
leg,
on it.
moving on to
He's
round
laying
2
on it.
and
No.
That's what you got to love about guys like Johnny Showcase and Rich Swann, but Johnny Showcase specifically, a guy like him who takes a move like a neck breaker, an established move, but puts an extra little spin on it. Not only is it entertaining to the fans, but it also throws his opponent off.
Very
Throws
good
off
point.
his equilibrium there.
Yes.
Right, Johnny Showcase hits the moonlight drive. That could be the beginning of the end. Look how quickly,
yep.
though, Rich Swann able to recover. Quick roll up here, and Showcase kicks out at 2.
You're not going to get Johnny Showcase like that. It's just not going to happen.
And Rich Swann has battled through so much trauma and adversity in his life, trying to inspire a younger generation, and wrestling has truly saved his life, and he has had such a career. Oh, a right hand now
Good
to
slap.
Showcase. And now both athletes fighting it out here, trading right hands. Ooh.
Oh, you know what? He meant to hit him in the face. He accidentally caught his knee.
Yep.
Very precise strike there by Showcase.
And that's a good point. Hit him in the knee.
Oh!
And now Swann
Oh, good kick to the
to
head.
the cover, and he got him!
Right.
Here is your winner,
Wow.
Rich Swann.
Very good.
Just like that, Rich Swann, but with a precise kick to the head of Johnny Showcase.
But he's Johnny, but
And
he's
he
Johnny
scores the 3
Showcase.
count.
But he's Johnny Showcase.
Well, his showcase is over. He is out of the tournament. Rich Swann moving in to the semifinals.
This is unbelievable. What a way to start the show.
Johnny Showcases. He's not showing anymore, is he?
No, he's not. Somebody's got to check on him.
Well, we have one piece of the puzzle figured out in the Wrestling Showcase tournament. Rich Swann. What a moment as he moves on to the second round, onto the semifinals. Some would consider this an upset as he defeats Johnny Showcase in our opening first round matchup.
Well,
This
you
is not
have
the-
all the top
Oh.
talent. Everybody is equal. So he won it. He deserved it.
This is not the last we're going to see of Rich Swann tonight. This may be the last we're going to see of Mr. David Crockett, because that chair is about to be filled by another gentleman.
It certainly is. Get the hell out of
I
here.
didn't say. He just asked. He just asked.
You know, it sounds
He
like
told
my
me.
wife.
He whispered
She tells
to me.
me get the hell out of Dodge.
Oh,
Okay.
David
I'll do that.
Crockett, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And we're going to trade you out here. We've got somebody else coming on in here.
All right, as we are ready for the second first-round matchup, it's time to introduce another broadcast colleague. He's a former champion in the ring, but now he is pure royalty for the Impact Wrestling commentary team, the Drama King,
Gents,
Matthew Raywolf.
Johnny, good to see you again.
Yes.
Josh, thank you so much for having me
Oh,
here.
thank
This
you.
one, oh baby, this one's going to be spicy, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, you've been at ringside for this rivalry. It's been bitter, to say the least, between the Impact World Champion Josh Alexander and the former champion Moose.
And this got very personal very quickly over the course of the better part of a year. These two were at each other's throats. Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, was pushed to emotional limits, but ultimately came out on top this past year at Rebellion. But yeah, I'm telling you, this is a rivalry that I feel like is just going to volley back and forth for years to come. Two titans in the ring, and we get to see it here again.
Let's not wait any longer. Let's get to it.
Ladies and
Right.
gentlemen, please welcome the host of the Wrestling Showcase,
bit
the
of a
one,
surprise.
the only, Karen Jarrett.
Well, if anyone's gonna,
I mean, we knew she
Interrupt
was
the
announced
show,
that she
yeah.
was going to be a host. She's not in our run sheet. We didn't know when she was going to come out here. I think Timothy Barr was getting a little notice in his ear.
Hey, she's hosting the show. She can come out whenever she wants, I
Exactly.
suppose.
I'm not going to stop her, that's for sure.
never a bad time for Karen Jarrett. No one's going to argue with her either, as the official host
Wow, wow, wow. What an opening match. I can't hear y'all. Woo! All right, we have 3 more quarterfinal matches this evening. And before this night is over, someone will be crowned the Wrestling Showcase champion. And that's not all. We have a triple threat women's match for the MLW Women's Championship. So are you all ready to see some more action? I can't hear you. All right, Showcase fans, let's keep this show going. Woo!
Thank you to Karen Jarrett.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following opening round contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in this evening at 299 pounds, Moose.
The towering, intimidating, completely remorseless former Impact World Champion, Matthew Raywolf. I have to ask, this all essentially began in a way back at Bound for Glory. Josh Alexander finally climbed the mountain to become champion, but earlier in the night, Moose was able to call his shot by winning the gauntlet, and he cashed in while Josh Alexander was celebrating with his family. Completely personal.
And right from Jump Street, very, very personal in front of his wife, his young son. It was that moment that Moose chose to strike to level Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, newly crowned champion of Impact Wrestling, and kicked off almost a year of struggle.
And his opponents, weighing in this evening at 240 pounds, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, he is the Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander's walking to the ring with that Impact Championship, but walking past the championship that he is here to try and win, and that is the Wrestling Showcase Championship.
Josh Alexander will never turn down an opportunity to fight for glory, fight for gold. He has been on one of the absolute biggest rolls of matchups that I think I've ever seen in this business. The likes of not only people like Moose, people like Japanese legend Tomohiro Ishii, as well as a killer one right here in Chicago at Emergence a couple weeks ago against legend Alex Shelley.
And Alexander defeated Moose at Rebellion back in April to capture his title once again. And of course, what a moment as he was led to the ring by his son. And you have to see the eyes of Moose realizing the revenge he could get on Josh Alexander to move on and become the Wrestling Showcase champion.
Moose he told me earlier, I spoke to him and he told me he will do anything it takes to make sure that Alexander does not walk out with another championship.
And that's something a lot of people don't know about Moose. He is a very calculated, very tactical wrestler. He will do what he's got to do, even playing those mind games in order to take that advantage.
Moose, a former Impact World Champion, former TNA Heavyweight World Champion, two-time Impact Grand Champion, and to say he's one of the most callous superstars in the history of Impact Wrestling would probably be an understatement.
Yeah, Moose looks out for Moose. It's pretty much, that's no secret here. And right now, Josh Alexander, who's known for his grappling, known for his mat game, obviously going to take that strength here to Moose, who's much more of an explosive power player.
Forgive me, but what exactly is the problem with looking out for number one? What is the problem with Moose? Should he be looking out for everybody else in the locker room?
Oh no, I got no problem with that. You're right. You're not wrong there, Josh.
Thank you.
You're not that wrong.
Finally, somebody here.
I've worked with John before. Trust me, I know the pleasure and pain.
There's a certain way to operate. The way Moose attacked Josh Alexander and cashed in while he was celebrating with his wife and son in the ring was beyond personal. It was beyond professional.
Was it illegal?
Technically, it was not.
Well, there you go.
Josh Alexander, like you said, Ray Walt, looking to get technical early on here. And
there you go. There's that callous side of Moose, letting Josh know exactly what he thinks about him. But Moose wisely, immediately getting to the safety of the bottom rope.
And that's the beauty of Moose. Moose is so tall, has such a long reach that he can get to that bottom rope way easier than a lot of other people with Josh Alexander had put that ankle lock on them.
It's very true, and he knows Josh Alexander so well. So he can tell, even when Josh is starting to get towards the ankle lock, get towards something like the C4 spike perhaps, Moose knows exactly how and when to counter if need be.
We also point out, you talk about Impact Wrestling. This is the Impact Wrestling World Champion here, but also we have Brian Hebner, who is a long storied history with Impact Wrestling. Brian Hebner is here at the Wrestling Showcase refereeing this match.
Incredibly apropos here of Brian Hebner to be part of this showcase matchup right now.
Now Moose and Alexander, two brute forces facing off, and you know, Ray Walt, you're ringside.
Oh. And don't get, see, here's the thing. We talk about how callous and how rough and tough Moose can be. Do not push the walk-in weapon, though. He has that adage. He's got that nickname for a reason.
Trying to get that drop toe hold, I'd imagine, to go back for that ankle lock. But hey, you know what? I got to give credit to Josh Alexander. He's champion for a reason. He just found that arm, and now he found the mat.
And Alexander has scratched and clawed his way to an amazing amount of success in just over 3 years. He's done more in 3 years with Impact than what many stars would love to have over the course of their entire career.
Can't take anything. One of the most hardworking, dedicated wrestlers and athletes I've had the pleasure of knowing in all of my time in this business. There's no doubt about that. But can that match up to what Moose is willing to do here? But right now, the walking weapon in firm control.
These two men know each other so well. Moose, one of the best athletes in professional wrestling, former successful career in the NFL, and now looks to be in control. Massive knee to the midsection of Alexander. Now a boot to the throat. And as Moose begins to take control, we're going to head over to our sideline reporter, John Alba. Alba, what do you got for us?
Yeah, this is exactly what Moose was looking to do, guys. I had a chance to speak with him earlier today, and he told me that there are a few opponents he knows better than Josh Alexander. They've been attached to Impact Wrestling for the better part of a year now, and he knows that Alexander's one of the best technical
first into the
wrestlers
top
in the
turnbuckle.
Well, I think we're having some technical difficulties. John Alba was talking, and it looks like they cut his mic, and checks in the mail for that one.
And now Alexander hoisting up the 300-pound Moose on his shoulders, who's able to evade in a back elbow by Alexander. And a boot to the face.
Huge boot from the walking weapon there. And another one for good measure.
Can he get Moose off his feet? That is the question. Oh, and he does! A German suplex.
Incredible strength from the current Impact Wrestling World Champion. It's moves like that that have kept him on top of that mountain for so long.
And Raywalt, you were at Rebellion. We saw 10 German suplexes from Alexander in that title match.
He's got a gas tank unlike any other wrestler I know. This guy can go. Let's not forget it was in an incredible Iron Man match last year that really turned heads for Josh Alexander when he was X Division champion, showing just what he can do, but take nothing away from Moose either. He is a wrestling god.
Oh, what a transition there by Alexander into the cover, and Moose able to kick out at 2.
Not going to keep Moose down with that.
Alexander perhaps going for a backslide.
I don't know that you want to do anything that involves a test of strength of sorts, because that's what's going to happen.
By Moose, cover, no.
Great vertical base there you have from Moose. You're right, Josh. Not a strong move there, but hey, Alexander here.
Alexander looked like he was possibly going for the C4 spike there. Moose had it scouted as he's felt the pain from that before.
Keeps going into the schoolboy here.
Shoulders down, schoolboy by Alexander.
That's it.
Oh my God, he got him. Are you kidding?
Gentlemen, here is your winner, Josh Alexander.
And Moose is shell-shocked, as is everyone here in attendance. Josh Alexander sneaks away with a schoolboy victory. It was technique that won this match.
You know, I was talking earlier about it. Could have been going back to that ankle lock. Could have looked for that C4 spike. But in this situation, he outplayed Moose. Outplayed the wrestling god in this one. Got it done the efficient way.
And we know how personal this rivalry is. Josh Alexander kept his cool, maintained his composure, and stuck to the game plan as Moose is dejected knowing he will not be the Wrestling Showcase champion.
I feel for anybody who has to face Moose in his next matchup after this, wherever he may go, but tonight is not the wrestling god's night.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that Moose actually lost. When I spoke to him earlier, he was so sure that he would do anything in his power to make sure that Josh Alexander did not win the Wrestling Showcase Championship, and looks like it didn't work out for him.
I mean, Raywalt, many would say that Moose was the favorite going into this tournament, and who could argue?
I mean, I'll tell you who could argue. The walking weapon, Josh Alexander, and anybody who's watched his career over the last year. If there's anybody on this planet who can match every single thing to someone like Moose, it is Josh Alexander, I'll tell you that much.
Certainly is, as we're going to be moving on in the first round here. But wow, what matchups we've seen so far, as Rich Swann scoring a victory over Johnny Showcase, Josh Alexander moving on, victory over Moose. And is something happening? We're getting a note that something is happening in the back, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but moving along here, I guess we'll have to get to it, but we'll go back to the ring announcer here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following opening round contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing this evening at 285 pounds, he is the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
In an era with stunningly athletic big men, Jacob Fatu might be at the top of that list.
Oh, he is in a league of his own. Jacob Fatu is not only a monster, but one of the most incredible athletes you will ever see in the ring, especially for a man his size, but for a man half his size.
No question, there isn't anything that this athletic bulldozer can't do. The longest reigning MLW heavyweight champion in history, an 819-day reign, and he's looking to become champion tonight of the Wrestling Showcase.
It's not going to be a walk in the park, though.
His opponents, from Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing in this evening at 227 pounds, Steve Maclin.
Steve Maclin's making his way to the ring. You know, we're finally getting word about what was going on in the back there. I think that the altercation may have continued between, I think there was somewhat of a pull apart.
Well, right now
with Moose and Josh Alexander is what I'm hearing, but I think everything's all right.
We're going to have to stick with what we have here, and that is a competitor who operates with an attack first, ask questions later mentality. He has been brutalizing opponents in Impact for well over a year now, and that is Steve Maclin. This match will not be for the faint of heart.
This is a dream match. You know, a lot of people will say that this has never happened before. This match has never happened before, and most people here tonight and watching around the world are most excited to see what happens here. How do you pick a winner?
Very difficult to do. I mean, you have two men who are obsessed with inflicting pain on anyone who steps in their path.
Looks like the crowd is behind my Oos.
Well, Fatu, arguably the biggest star in MLW history, and Maclin, for many years, has felt overlooked, underappreciated, and he fights with that kind of rage. And you see the speed there of Fatu, but not fast enough as Maclin lands a back elbow.
I got to tell you, Maclin is not endearing himself to the fans, and why should he? He's here to win a championship.
No question about that. Maclin is currently entrenched in a blood feud with Sami Callihan in Impact Wrestling. But right now, his only focus is Jacob Fatu as he eats another right hand.
I'm not sure he can focus on anything after that.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Third time's the charm.
All right. That was...
Fatu trained by his uncle Rikishi. His father is the Tonga Kid. Success certainly in his lineage. And now a cross body at high speed.
Macklin's right up, though. I think that Maclin got back to his feet, but maybe he shouldn't have. Oh!
Senton connects by Fatu as Maclin wisely rolling to the outside. That is a lot of weight. Taking out your oxygen supply, 285 pounds.
You talk about taking out the oxygen supply.
Oh.
Jacob Fatu. Oh! Jacob Fatu might want to calm himself down a little bit, because if he is able to get past Steve Maclin, he has 2 more matches ahead of him, or at least 1 more match ahead of him, and he needs to make sure that he doesn't totally gas himself here.
Now Maclin crashing the lumbar spine across the apron and now across the barricade. And you know, both of these athletes feel like they're tailor-made for a tournament like this, Josh. They are so battle-tested, but right now they need to get back inside this ring.
They're on the outside of the ring here. We've got referee Dave Miller is at a count here. Only at a 2 count.
Shockingly, this is turning into a brawl. No one's surprised here.
Hit that timekeeper while you're there. All right.
Maclin wisely back inside the ring as Fatu maintaining control here. Brilliant move there by Maclin. And now he's going to work. Cluster of boots in the corner. And this is what it takes to put someone like Fatu down. You have to pile on the offense, and that's what Maclin's doing into a back break.
I'm sorry, anybody else, their head would be in the 3rd row after that clothesline in the corner. But somehow, well, look, you know about Samoans and their heads. They got some hard heads.
So I've heard. History has certainly proven that. As now Maclin going to work.
Oh, stomping right in he stomped in his throat.
Throat, the sternum, everywhere around the chest, and now a leg drop. Maclin being very creative with the offense. That's what it takes against someone like Fatu.
Mayhem for all. That's what Steve Maclin says, and he lives by that.
You're just joining us. Rich Swann has moved on, as has Josh Alexander, and Steve Maclin looking to join them in the semifinals.
Let's talk about that. Josh Alexander will face Rich Swann in the 2nd round here, in the semifinals.
Talk about a contrast of styles, but a tremendous amount of respect between those 2 individuals. And now Maclin hoisting up Fatu, and down goes Fatu right into the cover, wasting no time. Fatu kicks out at 2.
This is a hard-hitting match. This is living up to the hype This is living up to the expectations that all of these fans had, but I'm not sure that it's living up to the expectations that Jacob Fatu had going into this. I don't think Jacob Fatu realized what he was biting off here.
Well, look, Maclin is a former U.S. Marine. He knows all about strategy and calculation. That's what he's doing. He's systematically trying to take apart Jacob Fatu, and now the submission locked in the center of the ring. Can Fatu hang on?
Fatu's, he's
Fighting
getting
his way
back
back to his feet.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Wow!
Another right hand.
An average man would be unconscious twice.
No question. We got a couple of bulldogs here fighting it out to see who will move on to the next round.
Ooh, sets him up on the top rope there.
And Maclin, he's got Fatu set up into trio. Whoa, Maclin, he's got Fatu in the crosshairs as he connects with the spear in the corner, right into the cover. Maclin moving on. No, Fatu stays alive.
Can you remember the last time that Fatu was in this much trouble in a match?
Well, look, people underestimate the power and the fury of Steve Maclin. He is out to prove everybody wrong every single time he competes. And he knows he's the underdog here, and he is determined to move on and win the Wrestling Showcase Championship.
They're out here. They're out here on the stage. I'm gonna.
A little too close here.
They come over here. I'm getting out of here. I'm putting you in front of me. Right.
Reversal by Fatu, a back body drop. No give there.
But right back up, trying to get back into the ring, and another back body drop. I don't know if you could hear this at home, but that thud, that was sickening.
The power of Fatu as he heads all the way up to the top, looking to take a risk in the crossbody. But he's not finished. Oh, those right hands are really starting to take effect. Just dumping Maclin down to the canvas.
Right, a kick right to the temple. Maclin might be out.
Now Fatu going for the shapeshifter moonsaults, and it connects. Fatu into the cover, doesn't hook the leg, and Maclin able to power out with the left shoulder.
I love Fatu as much as the next guy, but that was a lazy cover. You want to win this, you want to beat a guy like Steve Maclin, you hook both legs.
Fatu is no stranger to Chicago. He said in an interview with Ella J of WrestleZone this week, Chicago is the city where he first started to create a buzz with MLW and AAW, and he would love nothing more than to win a championship right here in Chicago as he's heading back up to the top, sure enough.
Senton, nobody home. Fatu's back up to the feet and a knee. This might be it.
High elevation, high knee by Maclin, looking to put away Fatu. Could this be it? Brainbuster. Maclin into the cover, hooks the leg, moving on to the next round. No, Fatu able to power out. Maclin wasting no time though, Josh.
And look at that, right on top of him, as you mentioned, wasting no time. He is right on top of him. He's got that cross face on there. Sort of an STF, if you will.
Maclin has had a tremendous strategy this entire match.
I can't see from our angle here whether or not he actually has an STF, whether or not he has that leg hooked.
Well, you see the
it looks like he did there for a second. He's changing it. Fatu was able to get out of it. He tried to change. What happened there is it looked like Maclin was trying to get his left arm, and
his
Fatu,
hands may have been very slippery in that moment. Fatu found the opening, able to get to the bottom rope.
You just saw Maclin spit. You know what that is? That's his mouth starting to get dry. That means he's starting to get winded. And that's something that Fatu needs to take advantage of as quickly as possible. But
keep in mind, only a first-round matchup, 25-minute time limit here. Super kick connects by Fatu, and now hoisting up Maclin.
Pop-up Samoan drop.
The SST, and he puts away Maclin.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Jacob
wow.
There was no time to breathe in that match. What a physical battle, more than living up to expectations. But Jacob Fatu with the SST paying tribute to the Samoan SWAT team, scoring a victory, moving on to round two.
He's moving on to round two, but we talked about this earlier in another match in the first round. We talked about how important it is to make sure that you get through this as quickly as you possibly can. Jacob Fatu, without question, I mean, what an incredible victory, but he is not going into round 2 at 100%. There's just no way.
There's no way. I mean, Steve Maclin just took a lot out of Jacob Fatu. We could not have asked for a more physical battle than we just saw there. But Jacob Fatu moving on to the semifinals, and we have one more first-round match left, and this one has a lot of question marks.
Oh, baby, this is the one. This is where we're going to see, is it going to be Matt Cardona or Brian Myers? Who is going to defeat Tatanka tonight? We're going to have to find out in just a moment.
Let's go to Timothy Barrs. Maybe he'll have an answer for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is the last of our opening round contest, set for one fall. Introducing first, from Long Island, New York, weighing in this evening at 224 pounds, Matt Cardona.
He is a major player, and many would say he has reinvented himself over the past few years, but it's really been his personality cranked up to an 11, as my broadcast partner Josh Chernoff is standing and applauding.
You stand and applaud when a king walks into a room. Well, I guess maybe you go on your knees too. I'm not really sure what you do, but I'm standing up because Matt Cardona is making his way to the ring. You see right there, he is the internet champion, and he wants to add another championship to his. I mean, look, this is the belt collector. This is the belt collector, Matt Cardona.
Can't argue.
Matt Cardona, I mean, I have to imagine, look at him. He's not here to manage anybody. Matt Cardona must be cleared to compete. He is here.
He looks ready.
He's always ready. I didn't doubt him for 1 second.
We know he tore his bicep back in June, had surgery. Not an easy recovery. As a physical therapist, I can tell you it's a very difficult rehab.
All right, let's listen to the king.
All hail the Death Match King. A few months ago, I suffered a career-threatening, no, a life-threatening injury when I tore my bicep right from the bone.
God, he's a hero.
But in 3 months, I am back, and I am back to win the Wrestling Showcase. Now, there's a lot of great, talented pro wrestlers in this tournament. A lot of great free agents. But I am the hottest thing in pro wrestling. I am the agent. And tonight, not only will I be the internet champ, I will be the Wrestling Showcase champion. Yeah.
You heard it.
Wow.
So, Tatanka, get your tomahawk chopping ass out here now.
Well, we have an answer apparently. Cardona's ready.
North Carolina, weighing in this evening at 250 pounds, Tatanka!
A legend in every sense of the word, a descendant of the Lumpy tribe, Tatanka began his legendary career as one of the most impressive undefeated streaks in history, and he's here in the Wrestling Showcase.
I gotta tell you, listen, I mean, Matt Cardona, he's out. Look, he's not in any trouble. He's trained for this. He's planned for this.
Stumbling a little bit.
He was still in. Well, look, I'm worried about his bicep at this point. Okay, Tatanka, I wasn't expecting. I haven't seen him in a while. And I wasn't expecting him to come out in the shape that he's in.
Well, I have to ask. I mean, if you are close with Matt Cardona, did you speak with him regarding his bicep prior to this?
I show him the respect to keep my distance.
So in other words, he didn't want to tell you.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, Josh, you would agree. Many would consider this to be a dream match that was never possible. You look at someone like Cardona, who collected Tatanka's Hasbros as a kid.
He did. This is true. He collected both the original one and then the non-repaint when they just released the same one because they had so many left over because nobody had purchased the first one.
That is completely not correct.
I'm just telling you, this is what I heard on the Major Wrestling Figure podcast.
There was definitely a war of words between Cardona and Tatanka on social media. And you mentioned about the repaint. Matt Cardona letting Tatanka have it. Tatanka said, look, at least I have 2 Hasbros. You have 0.
Oh, Matt Cardona, of course he doesn't have Hasbros. Tell some wrestling company to go get Hasbro to make figures again, and then he'll have one. Oh, good.
Tatanka taking a knee right to the midsection, and Cardona running for the hills.
Cardona's smart because Tatanka was about to do something illegal, one of his little tomahawk things.
Cardona was very vocal on social media, different media outlets this week, saying he's here to make as much money as he can and become the champion. He said, I'm not here to create gifts. I'm here to make history. He wants to carry that championship for an entire year.
He wants to carry it. He's going to carry it all around the world. Where's Tatanka going to carry it?
Everywhere he goes.
Where does he go? What does he go to? I guess he probably goes to the grocery store every once in a while, right? Probably goes for a nice walk in the park.
Tatanka's obviously still very much in demand. Otherwise, he wouldn't be competing right now with your buddy, Matt Cardona.
I can't say that I agree with everything that the people here at the Wrestling Showcase have done, but I am going to tell you,
once again, Cardona with a cheap shot, trying to get inside the head.
But look at this. He is. Look at the smile on Matt Cardona's face, and look at the frown on Tatanka's face.
Oh, wait a minute.
God, is he? Should I go?
That's the right bicep.
What do we do for that? Do we massage? What do we do?
Well, look, all tactics aside, Cardona has to be a little bit concerned. He did come back now he's a top-notch athlete. He was able to come back a lot quicker from that surgery than most would.
Thank you. You know, he was not scheduled to be able to be back by now.
No. Usually that's a 6-month rehab. Cardona came back in half that time. That's unheard of. Oh, this time Tatanka, well aware now, a couple of right hands.
Those are closed fists. The referee needs to get in there.
And now the chop, the patented chops from Tatanka, looking to take advantage here.
Good. Look at that. All he's trying to do is encourage Tatanka, an athlete. Hey!
Encourage that clothesline is what he did.
See, Matt Cardona went to the outside. Tatanka is afraid to go outside after Matt Cardona.
Now Cardona.
All right, we're calling a timeout, an official timeout.
There's no timeouts in Wrestling Showcase. That's
Can we ask John Alba? He knows all the rules, right? It's an official timeout.
And now Cardona wants to get a word.
Tatanka, I'm sorry. I was disrespectful on Twitter. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude. I take back everything I said on Twitter. It's BS that Hasbro just gave you a re-release and not a repaint. That's BS, Tatanka. I'm sorry.
Now he says it.
This tournament's important and all, but we're too good for this, right? Let's go to the back. Let's grab a steak, drink some PBR, and let's call it a night, okay? What do you say?
Wow, look at that. What a stand-up guy. Look, he admits when maybe he went a little bit too far, puts out his hand to shake. Now they're going to shake. Look at this. Wow.
Tatanka
what a stand-up guy.
Is a competitor.
What a stand.
He's not going to fall for this.
I can't believe he just grabbed Matt Cardona's foot.
Oh!
Wow.
The ploy did not work as Tatanka going back to work on Cardona in the corner. Another chop. And that one could have knocked the lights out. Think about the history that Tatanka has lived in that ring, defeating Shawn Michaels at Caesar's Palace at WrestleMania.
Yes. He and Matt Cardona both wrestled in a WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Which one of them walked out with the Intercontinental title?
That was
DQs don't count. DQs don't count. Yeah, he beat Shawn Michaels. Come on.
I guess 24 hours are better than 0. That's Tatanka scooping up Cardona for the body slam. Now Tatanka in control. Who will face Jacob Fatu in the next round?
Tatanka, the referee needs to get in here. Tatanka is, thank you. The referee's not going to split it up here. Kevin Keenan, come on, ref.
Cardona not looking as confident as earlier this week when he claimed the title should already have a purple strap because he was guaranteeing that he was going to win this tournament.
Can you imagine? That would have looked amazing.
Purple is certainly his color. It's Tatanka giving chase here to the outside. Cardona having a difficult time breathing after all the chops, and now straight down on the barricade goes
right
the
there
face of Cardona.
Right there in that guardrail. That is not okay. The referee needs to break this up. Cardona's trying to get back in the ring to get away from Tatanka. Tatanka's an animal,
Look,
a buffalo, if you will.
Cardona made this personal earlier this week, and now utilizing the second rope to his advantage, and now Cardona double boot to the face of Tatanka.
Good. Referee, hey, you want to start that count anytime?
Well, Cardona's perfectly happy with a count-out victory, it looks like.
Why not?
It will get him to the second round.
He is here to win the Wrestling Showcase tournament and become the Wrestling Showcase champion. That's why everybody should be here. I don't care if it's a count-out. I don't care if it's a disqualification. I don't care if somebody had to send a note from their mom. It doesn't matter. However you end up winning this, you win.
Tatanka able to show signs of life, get back in the ring, but Cardona wasting no time, and now pummeling Tatanka with some right hands.
You're darn right. Oh, wow.
Matt Cardona feels like every promotion he arrives at is immediately his territory, as now he's
Do you know how much
using
money?
a T-shirt.
Do you know how much money that ring use shirt would go for? And he had the heart to try and give it to Tatanka, and Tatanka just disrespected him and said no.
I'm sure they'll sell it on the podcast. As now Cardona, he's got Tatanka right where he wants him in the corner. Full speed. And going for the reboot. Tatanka had it scouted. Cardona took way too long, sure enough. And Tatanka with the belly to back.
I will say he should have been a little bit more on top of him there, but right now the referee needs to. Now you can slow your countdown a little bit, ref.
This was the opening Tatanka needed, and you have to wonder, is there a little bit of ring rust with Cardona, as he just got back to competition in the past week?
That's a perfect point. You know, Tatanka, WWE legend, he has been in the ring for years and years and years, and Matt Cardona just, you know, look, he's been out for a while. It's just, I think we can all agree that this isn't fair. I think we can agree that the best thing to do is end the match right now, and Matt Cardona moves on.
Hey, Cardona said he was ready, and now it's up to him to move on to the semifinals as Tatanka. Once again, a number of strikes and chops, and the backdrop. He's feeling it now. Tatanka looking to put away Matt Cardona.
Chop to the head, that is not all right. Oh, he's going for the,
Cardona rakes the eyes of Tatanka, and now the radio silence. Radio silence connects, and Tatanka kicks out at 2. Are you kidding me?
Wow. You know what? It's because Matt Cardona's going easy on him right now. He's playing with him, or the referee can't count.
Going easy on him. Not many kick out of the radio silence.
Well, because he kind of only half hit it. He planned it. Look at that smile. He planned this. He's got him exactly where he wants him right now, Johnny.
What does Cardona think?
What he's doing right now is he's thinking about the championships that he has while looking forward to the future. You can't go where you're going if you don't know where you came from.
Guess what? You can't move on if you get disqualified. And now a chop there by Tatanka. Maybe he'll become the new internet champion.
Get that away. Tatanka's trying to use that championship, which, by the way, is not on the line right now. Thank you, referee, finally doing his job, taking that away from him. As the referee, what happened?
The official's back turn, a low blow, and Cardona gets the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen,
wow.
Here is your winner, Matt Cardona.
Completely underhanded, using the internet championship to his own advantage.
2 more to go.
Matt Cardona, that right bicep certainly looked ready on that low blow.
Look at that, holding that championship he currently has. He's trying to show Tatanka what he's got.
The match is over, Cardona. What are you doing?
He's trying to show him what he's saying. Look, this is a championship. You could have had this. No. Hey. No. What?
Samoan drop.
That was a boost to go. That's not fair. That's not right. Oh, God, no.
Good luck in the next round,
God,
Matt
no.
Cardona.
I think Matt, are you okay?
Matt.
Well, Cardona's favoring that right bicep area. Let's see
get away from him.
John Alba can get a word with it.
Guys, he's saying
He took.
Alba, what
he tore his bicep.
He tore his bicep. He just threw up the.
Get it.
He said he just tore his bicep again. As we said, if he can't compete, well, then that means Tatanka's going to go on. So
No.
Let me head to the back. Let me get.
Hold on.
You go check that, John Alba.
We just heard Matt Cardona.
Can we please get the EMTs back there for him?
Not only favoring, but mentioning the right bicep. If he cannot compete, that means Tatanka automatically moves on to the semis.
That's not fair, is what I'm saying to you. Right now, you're talking about the wrestling showcase. You're thinking about a wrestling show, and I'm thinking about a man's livelihood, his life. This could be the end of his career.
Technically, the semifinals are set, but Matt Cardona may not be able to compete now. Tatanka might be moving on to face Jacob Fatu.
Can we take a look? I don't know if we have the brackets for round 2 here, but if we can take a look at those brackets, or at least, we now have Matt Cardona, God willing, is going to face Jacob Fatu.
And Rich Swann will face Josh Alexander. That is just a power-packed semifinals.
Man, look at that. Look at those brackets right there.
But right now, it's time for an OVW showcase. We couldn't be more excited.
Please welcome back the host of the Wrestling Showcase, Karen Jarrett.
Karen Jarrett, I guess,
She's certainly staying busy tonight. We're happy to have her. We're happy to see her.
I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something right now.
What are you doing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what Josh Chernoff is doing. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never worked with him before.
You just wanted to see me again, didn't you?
Personality.
All right.
Too much.
I am welcoming the future star case.
Try to go out there.
You ready? Are you ready?
Only I can make
Our
you
showcase.
certified.
Future showcase.
As Karen Jarrett welcoming the OVW showcase, as you are
Ladies
looking at
and gentlemen,
certified
the following contest
Luke
is set for
Kurtis.
one fall.
I'm sorry
Is
that
the
I got up
Future
for my
Star Showcase match. Introducing first, Luke Kurtis.
He is the current OVW Rush champion. And Josh, as you were saying,
I was just going to say, I'm sorry that I left my post here. I went up when I was waiting for Karen Jarrett to come to the ring. I thought that would be a great opportunity. I got up there. I spoke to the ring announcer real briefly to ask him about Matt Cardona's injury. And what he told me was, I don't even know if I can say this.
okay, well, hurry up and get it out.
He's hurt bad.
And his opponent, Kal Herro.
Well, as Luke Kurtis awaits his opponent, the Fanny Pack Kid has arrived. 20 years old, but he's absolutely obsessed with the 1980s. There is no limit to his energy, and he just has this undergrad hype that is infectious, that makes everyone want to be around him. And what a resilient kid. Back in January, he had surgery on the labrum of his left shoulder. As a PT, I can tell you, if you tear the rotator cuff, Josh, you can sometimes rehab that. If you tear the labrum, it's almost impossible. It will not heal on its own. He went through the surgery, went through the rehab, and he is back. And that's why you see the kinesio tape on the left shoulder of Kal Herro.
And that tape, it might as well be a giant bullseye for Luke Kurtis.
Luke Kurtis is very sadistic, very calculated. Both of these athletes feel like they have something to prove. This is a massive spotlight for them and for Ohio Valley Wrestling.
This is the Wrestling Showcase. This is the Future Star Showcase match. This is an opportunity. Look, OVW, we talked about it before, the greatest stars in the history of wrestling. Most of them came from OVW. And this is an opportunity to show everybody that OVW wrestling is alive and well. They are still churning out the stars of tomorrow.
It has been since 1993, giving a start to so many Hall of Famers and current stars, like you mentioned, founded by Nightmare Danny Davis. And OVW has been filming weekly television since 1998. That's remarkable.
That is, and look at this. Kal Herro, I got to give the kid credit. He is going right after Luke Kurtis.
And he's added a lot of strength, especially over the past year. And Luke Kurtis also in impeccable physical condition. like we mentioned, OVW Rush champion, now a 2-time Rush champion for OVW.
You look at this, in this, I don't care what type of excitement or what type of vibrato these guys come to the ring with. They know how important this match is. They know the importance of having this match here, being able to showcase their abilities on the wrestling showcase. They are not only doing that for themselves, but they're also representing OVW, and that is a weight that both of them
Complete
are carrying.
disrespect
Look at
there.
that.
Kal Herro returning the favor. But you saw the collar and elbow tie up there. Bit of a test there by Luke Kurtis to see how the left shoulder is doing of Kal Herro.
Like I
So
said
far,
before,
so good.
he needs to focus less about his fanny pack and needs to focus more on certified Luke Kurtis.
Kal Herro, former OVW Tag Team Champion in his own right, trained by Doug Basham and Al Snow. Of course, OVW now under the direction of the legendary Al Snow as he's taking it to new heights with all of these tremendous athletes. Kal Herro sending Luke Kurtis to the outside.
You know, I want to like Kal Herro. I want to.
It's impossible not to.
I don't, but I want to. The problem is he's so focused on wearing a fanny pack into the ring. He's so focused on having fun. He's so focused on the fans cheering for him.
Because he appreciates
that
wrestling
he's
culture.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. He appreciates wrestling culture. What he should appreciate is that check that comes in the mail after you win a match.
Now Luke Kurtis baiting Kal Herro, boot to the midsection, but Herro once again too quick, and now face first goes Kurtis off the apron. Can Kal Herro capitalize? What a massive victory it would be for either Luke Kurtis or the Fanny Pack Kid.
Kal Herro wiping his feet outside the ring, and you know that he was trained and raised with respect for this business, but at the same time, that took some precious moments away. That could be enough for Luke Kurtis. Had the opportunity. Well, okay, I guess it worked out for him after all.
Clothesline connects. So far, that left shoulder certainly looking to be at full strength and capacity. And now a backdrop, high elevation there, and Kurtis crashes down.
You know, there's always a chance that what he's doing is that his arm is completely healed, that he is totally okay. But the problem is, the problem with all of this here is that if he's putting that on there as a distraction, well, I call that cheating.
Ooh. Speaking of left arms, Kal Herro putting pressure on the wrist and the digits of Luke Kurtis.
And you know what? We're actually going to go right now. We're going to throw over to John Alba. John Alba's going to give us some insight to this.
Okay. Yeah, want to give you guys a real quick update. I just spoke to the trainers in the back with Matt Cardona. They are examining him for a potential re-tearing of that bicep.
Oh, no.
So I know that's not what you want to hear, Josh, but hopefully we'll have an update soon.
Did you hear that? Apparently a possible re-tearing of the bicep of Matt Cardona.
I should go in the back and check.
Josh, stay here and do your job at the table. We have doctors back there. We have a medical team. You cannot fix anything. That's just what we heard from John Alba. Matt Cardona might not be able to continue.
Well, maybe John Alba should keep to himself and just stop interfering in matches.
Well, meanwhile, Luke Kurtis going to work, and you mentioned the target, the kinesio tape, that left shoulder. The sadistic Luke Kurtis now.
What's sadistic about this?
Doing the damage to the
You're coming into a match. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but he is coming into a match, and he is putting a bullseye on his injury. What is Luke Kurtis supposed to do? He's supposed to look at it and go, oh, you know what? I'd probably win if I went after that injured arm. I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'll go after a knee. No, he's doing the right thing.
I'm not arguing. It is very strategic. Ripping off the kinesio tape, certainly unnecessary. And, you know, something about Luke Kurtis, I asked him one question. I said, what do you want people to know about you? He said, I can care less. I love making enemies. I thrive off of hate. So there you go. That's Luke Kurtis in a nutshell. As
he's a smart man.
Trying to put away Kal Herro. He calls that the certificate of authenticity, the COA crossface. And Kal Herro is in deep trouble. You see the torque on the left shoulder and on the neck.
Kal Herro right now, maybe he's thinking maybe he shouldn't have worried so much about the fans' appreciation.
You see Kal Herro trying to inch his feet over to the bottom rope. If he cannot do it, he's going to be in deep trouble here, deep waters as Luke Kurtis.
I don't know that he can get there.
And he inches over to the bottom rope. Tremendous ring awareness there by Kal Herro, but the damage has been done. Luke Kurtis in complete control here and now stomping away.
Kal Herro was trained by the best, so I'm not shocked by that at all. That speaks to how wrestlers are trained in OVW. Ring awareness is something that they are absolutely focusing on. But they are also focused on teaching intensity. But here's the problem with that. You can't teach intensity. You either have it or you don't have it. Luke Kurtis, he has that intensity.
And he certainly has a strategy. Shoulder first went Kal Herro into the turnbuckle, and now Kurtis looking to continue the momentum here, and down goes Kal Herro once again, left shoulder first. The labrum acts like a suction for the humerus, and if Kal Herro re-tears it, he will have no power and nothing but pain in that left shoulder. Luke Kurtis knows it.
It doesn't sound so humorous to me.
Great wordplay there.
Thank you.
And now Kurtis heading up to the top. He says he's the most certified in OVW. Can he prove those words? Taking the risk. Oh, the splash, nothing but canvas. Kal Herro out of the way just in time.
He took too much time. What he needs to do right now is roll out of the ring. He needs to get his wits about him, and then he needs to go back in there.
You hear the fanny pack chants. Everyone in Chicago behind Kal Herro. Can he find a way? Now Kurtis is furious, charging in. Kal Herro essentially fighting on one arm right now. The left shoulder. He is feeling the pain, but he will not back down.
The right hands there.
Well, he's got the bionic right elbow.
Wouldn't it be the bionic left shoulder?
Well, bionic left shoulder is not exactly in the condition to fight right now, but Kal Herro certainly is, and down goes Kurtis.
Picture perfect body slam.
Hold on a second. Down goes the elbow pad.
What am I looking at here? What is this? Who does this man think he is? What?
The fanny pack elbow.
Oh, my God.
Connects right to the sternum, and now Kal Herro. What does he have left? Does he find a way to put down Kurtis?
He's trying, but he's caught.
Luckily, he went for the fanny pack knee. Perhaps Kurtis had it scouted. Oh, and look out. Oh, now he hits the fanny pack knee. Down goes Kurtis.
On, Kurtis.
Into the cover goes Herro, and he gets the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Kal Herro.
What a moment for Kal Herro, Josh. Even you have to feel good for the fanny pack kid.
You know what I do? I do feel good for him. He earned that victory, and I should point out his hand was raised in victory by another OVW alum, referee Kevin Keenan. Look, he did OVW proud. He did the Wrestling Showcase proud. He did himself and his family proud. So, look, hats off to the fanny pack kid, Kal Herro.
No question, Kal Herro with a huge victory. Luke Kurtis, very impressive performance. But Kal Herro walking away as the victor in the OVW Showcase. But now, we're moving on to the semifinals. We have a lot of questions.
We have a lot of questions here, but you see coming up, we've got Matt Cardona versus Jacob Fatu and Rich Swann versus Josh Alexander. Oh, man. First, before we get, look, we need to see what's going on with Matt Cardona. I'm worried sick. You should be too, but you don't seem to care about him. But it looks like up next, Matt Cardona's got a little bit more time.
Certainly a lot of rumors regarding the right bicep of Matt Cardona, but moving on, we have a matchup between two competitors who have such a deep level of respect for each other. Former Impact World Champion Rich Swann, current Impact World Champion Josh Alexander. Something's got to give. This is going to be exciting.
We're looking at the best of the best that Impact Wrestling has to offer right now. You mentioned it, former Impact Champion Rich Swann, current Impact Champion Josh Alexander, but the question is, if I had to guess here, I would say that Josh Alexander took more of a beating in the first round than Rich Swann.
That's a fair point.
And that's going to help.
Yeah,
that's
going to incredibly destructive, but we'll see what happens. We're going to kick to Timothy Barr for the announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is the first of two semifinal contests set for one fall. Introducing first, Rich Swann.
A tournament like this is all about endurance and overcoming the obstacles. And Rich Swann has battled through trauma his entire life, and he's made it clear professional wrestling, Josh, has saved his life, and he is ready to become the inaugural Wrestling Showcase champion.
Look, I have a lot of respect for Rich Swann. You know, not to put myself over, but to put myself over. My last match as a professional wrestler was against Rich Swann in his first match as a professional wrestler, and I can tell you, It is not even in the same stratosphere of what this, the talent. I mean, I knew he was talented from the very beginning, but what he has done for himself in the last 15 years of his career.
Opponent.
And he's
It's
also
unbelievable.
obviously much younger than you.
Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander.
See right there, Josh Alexander was holding his ribs when he walked out. I don't know if he realized that he was totally through the curtain there and that the camera caught that. Well, no, I think he's, look, he doesn't want to show that off, but that's how badly he is hurt. Because this is not a man who is going to whine and complain, I'm a little bit injured. No. So you know he is really hurting if he's going to hold on to his ribs.
Josh Alexander scored a victory over Moose in the first round with a brilliant roll-up. But as you mentioned, Josh, it was a very physical battle between the Impact World Champion and former Impact World Champion. So Rich Swann, when it comes to strategy, what do you think is in the mindset of Rich Swann right now as he faces off against his friend in Josh Alexander?
Well, the first thing is he needs to forget about him being a friend. All right, there's no room for friends here. He's trying to win this tournament. And this is right off the bat. That is Rich Swann's fault right there. He went, he shook hands, now they're all friends, unless he's trying to lure him in. But the strategy that Rich Swann needs to have in a match with Josh Alexander is go for the, there you go, just like that. Use your quickness against him. You have to use your quickness against him. Do not try to attest a strength with Josh Alexander. Do not try to out-wrestle him.
Yes.
Use your quickness, your high-flying ability. That, which is why Josh Alexander has him right down to the mat.
I was about to say, if you want Alexander, if you're Alexander, take this down to the mat, try to overpower, try to wear down Rich Swann.
That's what you have to do. You know, Rich Swann, he is so quick, he is so fast. Those kicks are just deceivingly strong, and they already look like they're strong. It is just, he is an athlete like none other, and it's not really a surprise. We were a little bit surprised that he managed to get through Johnny's showcase, but I will say, it is not a surprise that he is in the second round here. Rich Swann can go all the way. This
Absolutely.
is a former world champion.
He's done it all in Impact. Former X Division champion, former world champion, most recently the digital media champion. And, you know, you look at the history over the course of his career. He went on to Rebellion last year in a title versus title match with AEW's Kenny Omega. There isn't anything Rich Swann hasn't done in Impact Wrestling.
No, Rich Swann is an incredible talent, but Josh Alexander is also just as talented in a different style, in a different way. And that is why Josh Alexander, if you look at this is not the fast-paced match that you expect from a Rich Swann. Josh Alexander is setting the pace here, and that's what he needs to do to win.
In a tournament like this, you're really going to see possibly the most intelligent competitor come out on top, because it really is about strategy. You can't throw everything at your opponent in the first round because you might not have anything left as you move on.
This is true. That's a really good point. The drop down there, we got a nice leapfrog. So, and that's something that we got to point out here. Josh Alexander.
Oh, Alexander catches him, going for the drop kick, the ankle lock. Could Alexander put away Swann early in the semifinals and move on to the final round? Swann able to roll out and beautifully sends Alexander into the second turnbuckle, now looking to capitalize.
Say Josh Alexander's not a high flyer, but you don't need to be a high flyer when you can catch a guy who's flying in the air.
Oh, speaking of picking up air miles, what's Swann thinking here? Heading to the outside and a senton. Taking down Alexander, and there's the agility on display of Rich Swann.
We have a packed house here at the Hyatt Regency in Schaumburg, Illinois for the Wrestling Showcase. We thank them for hosting us here. This was great. I do want to say, I want to take this opportunity just to talk about what happened in this ring before we went on the air. We actually had another show. It was called Money for Mongo. Yes. It was a great, I mean, we had in this very ring, you had the likes of Ric Flair, Mick Foley, Jim Ross, Jeff Jarrett, Tony Schiavone, and more.
Oh, nothing but knees. Quick roll up here by Alexander. Is he moving on to the finals? No.
What I wanted to say was go right now to moneyformongo.com and donate to Steve Mongo McMichael. Go back and watch on Fight. It's a free show. We hope that you'll check that out. And we're sending our best. We're sending our thoughts. Go to moneyformongo.com and donate some money to Steve Mongo McMichael.
We love him. Former Super Bowl champion, former WCW star. ALS has affected so many individuals and families. And together we can all try and defeat ALS. Moneyformongo.com. Please donate if you can. As Josh Alexander here in the semifinals, slowly starting to wear down the incredibly athletic Rich Swann.
You know, Rich Swann, we talked about him being a high flyer. I think that maybe Rich, unfortunately, is...
Deadlift there by Alexander. Face first goes Swann.
Unfortunately, might find himself in a situation where when you have a first round that are all main event caliber matches, you can't look past that. Therefore, all of his focus, all of his attention has been studying tape on Johnny Showcase, studying that and remembering what he's had, the experience he's had in the ring with Johnny Showcase in the past. Well, you can't focus when you're in there with a guy like Johnny Showcase and you know that match is coming up. You can't be focusing on every other option of who you may be in the ring with later. And I think that that is hurting him right now. I think that he was prepared for a high-flying match. He was prepared to be able to do what brought him to the dance, and I don't think that he was prepared for Josh Alexander.
Alexander just overpowering Rich Swann. And you talk about the opportunity on the Showcase. Alexander knows so much about cashing in opportunities. After having an amazing run as X Division champion, he invoked option C, giving up that title for his chance at Bound for Glory, where he won the World Championship from Christian Cage, and now he's a two-time Impact World Champion. As Rich Swann trying to mount something here. Oh, right hand connects.
Swann's going back to what makes him comfortable. He's over there by that, climbing up those ropes.
Got to take a risk if you're Rich Swann, but Alexander has no weakness in his game. Whoa.
Alexander, not only does he have no weakness, the man has no fear.
Absolutely none as he
Look at this.
Oh, Swann, though, able to land on his feet. And the kick connects. Boom!
Wow! That is impressive, folks. That is some height.
And that's something you cannot prepare for with Rich Swann DDT.
That sent Alexander almost in a cartwheel.
Swann into the cover. No! The semifinal round continues. Who will move on to the final round of the Wrestling Showcase?
For a long time there, I was looking at this thinking Josh Alexander has this. He has Rich Swann's number, but that's all it took was that one kick. That turned the page here. And now he's back up at the top, or the middle.
Oh, he went for the 450 in the first round, goes for it again, and no, Alexander able to evade. Look out, Alexander!
Oh.
Wasting no time up to the second turnbuckle, the knee right to the back of the neck. That's got to be it, Alexander. No!
Wow. I thought for sure that was it.
Unbelievable resilience from Rich Swann. That is 240 pounds crashing down upon the cervical spine, and he finds a way.
But he should be on him right now. Instead of trying to get the fans behind him or showing his aggression, I'm not sure which one that was, maybe both. Oh, boy.
C4 spike, and Rich Swann had it scouted. Right hand, and now a back fist, and another right. Rich Swann continues to fight.
Rich Swann. Oh, no.
Now Alexander catches the kick, turns it into the ankle lock. Swann's in trouble, Josh.
He is. Swann needs to get to the ropes. He needs to get to those ropes, and he needs to get there quickly.
Alexander moments away from moving on to the finals. Can Rich Swann crawl and scratch his way? No, Alexander wisely pulling him over. What a counter! Rich Swann into the cover.
Two.
Both legs hook. No!
No, wow. Wow. Oh!
And Rich Swann is just throwing haymakers at Josh Alexander, but he catches him in midair. Oh, my. And now Alexander's got him. C4 spike connects. The Impact World Champion is moving on to the finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander's moving on to the finals. Rich Swann is moving on to the hospital, I think. This is
it's quite possible that C4 spike has led Alexander to so many victories in the past, and that's exactly what it did. Josh, one piece of our finals puzzle is now solved.
That's it. But I mean, we have so many questions. We know one half of who's going to be in the finals. But I'm going to be honest, we have no idea what's going to happen. Is Matt Cardona going to be able to compete? Or is it going to be Tatanka? Does he get the bye? John Alba explained that to us earlier. Is that what happens if he's injured?
The information from Alba, we don't know for sure how accurate it is, as Josh Alexander, tremendous sign of respect here for his friend Rich Swann. And what a tournament Swann had, defeating Johnny Showcase, came within an eyelash of moving on to the finals. Has Josh Alexander truly at the peak of his career right now?
If I were Rich Swann, I would have attacked Josh Alexander the second he turned his back, taken him out of the tournament, then Rich Swann gets to take his place. Isn't that the rules? Isn't that what Tatanka's about to try and do?
Josh, you're also not a very good person. So there's a difference there between you and Rich Swann.
I'm sorry, my headset's not working anymore. I couldn't hear a word you said.
So what we did just speak about is the question mark regarding the second semifinals match. We know Jacob Fatu is there, but will it be Matt Cardona or Tatanka?
Well, it depends. How do we want to look at this? Do we want to look at this in a way as is it fair? Or do we want to look at it in a way that Tatanka gets the opportunity to face? There we go, good. Maybe they heard something in the back. This is what's up next. Matt Cardona versus Jacob Fatu.
Well, right now, let's head back to the ring and find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following semifinal contest is set for one fall.
Please be okay.
Introducing first, Matt Cardona. Always ready.
I knew John Alba was a liar. Nothing can. Oh no, God. No. Oh no.
Won't take it back from me.
Oh no.
We are seeing a dejected Matt Cardona. The right bicep.
Oh man,
is in a sling and a brace. And Josh, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. When an athlete is wearing that kind of sling, that only means the arm has to be immobilized, and they cannot allow that bicep to fully extend.
Well, I hope Tatanka's happy. I hope Tatanka is back there doing his little dance around the locker room, and I hope he's happy. And I hope he goes in here, and I hope that Jacob Fatu eats him alive. That's what I hope. Because this is terrible.
Cardona's visibly in pain.
Guys, I've got some bad news, some horrible news, some terrible news. Unfortunately, Tatanka re-injured my bicep. I am unable to compete in the rest of this tournament, but I am always ready, and I have a replacement. Ladies and gentlemen, the other half of the major players.
Oh, yeah.
What?
The most professional wrestler.
Yes.
Brian Myers.
Yes. My best friend, Matt Cardona's best friend, Brian Myers.
You have got to be kidding. So Matt Cardona's always ready to have a replacement?
Well, if you remember, Matt Cardona, he signed a deal that said if he was not able to compete, that it would be Brian Myers taking his place. And guess what? That did not just stand for the first round match, that stood for the second round as well. And I could not be happier because Tatanka hit the showers, pal. You're out of here, Tatanka. You're out of here.
Well, I'm glad you knew that stipulation. I was certainly unaware. But Brian Myers is in for the fight of his life.
He is the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu is making his way to the ring. But you have to think about this, and I'm going to preface this by saying this could not be more fair, but you have to think about this. Okay, Jacob Fatu just had a hell of a match with Steve Maclin. Brian Myers, on the other hand, is as fresh as a Sunday morning.
Brian Myers is certainly at 100%. Fatu had a war with Steve Maclin. You know, we expected that match to be completely savage, and it more than lived up to the hype.
Absolutely.
Maclin put in damage to Jacob Fatu, but he looks fresh too.
No, he does not look fresh. Look, he's putting on a vibrato here. He's trying to, which I respect. He doesn't want to look as hurt as he is.
Meanwhile, Matt Cardona apparently is going to stay at ringside to provide emotional support.
I don't know.
Brian Myers.
Apparently, it's a cat running through the crowd.
And Fatu wasting no time going right to work on Brian Myers. You have to imagine Fatu's certainly looking to just overpower and dominate Brian Myers.
Brian Myers right into the buckle there. Fatu not messing around. Maybe he is, I mean, could he have healed that quickly?
Oh, headbutt there by Fatu. Not going to repeat what he said there, but everyone's into it. And once again, Brian Myers doing the bidding for his best friend here in the semifinals of the Wrestling Showcase.
If you had a best friend, you would know that that's what you do. That's what you do for your friends. That's what you do for your family. These guys are family. That's what they are.
And you're part of that family?
I like to think so.
Extended.
Perhaps.
Fatu in complete control. Now Myers, a stomp to the foot. And you have to imagine with Fatu being barefoot, that might play into the strategy of Brian Myers.
Well, listen, just because Fatu decided not to buy boots.
Down goes Myers into the cover. And Myers kicks out at 2.
Myers smart. He's not the most professional wrestler for no reason. He is the most professional wrestler because he know well, and you know who's not professional? Jacob Fatu. Chasing after him. Look at this. Don't you dare touch him, Jacob.
And now Brian Myers taking full advantage and right into the apron. And now into the post, head first.
Saving his best friend. That's what he's doing.
There's no level that Cardona and Myers will not stoop to get ahead.
What are you talking about? This is a wrestling match. Did you see Matt Cardona interfere?
He certainly got in the way.
No, Jacob Fatu went after him. That's what happened there. Jacob Fatu went after him. That wasn't necessary.
One thing you can say about Myers is he's one of the more intelligent professional wrestlers in this sport. He knows every inch of the ring, and Josh, he certainly knows how to strategize.
Brian Myers back in here. He is just, do not get distracted.
A couple of strong messages there sent by the people of Chicago.
I don't understand. Apparently they think he's a cat.
And now Brian Myers into the cover, and Fatu able to kick out at 2.
That's what you get out of Chicago. Oh, look at that.
And I'm sure Cardona also would love it if you spoke about the podcast they have together as well.
Oh, you must be talking about the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. I myself am a major mark. The Major Wrestling Figure podcast is one of the greatest podcasts in the history of podcasting.
It's Fatu.
It doesn't even include Conrad Thompson.
Fighting back to his feet. And now, God, the headbutts have so much force behind them. But Brian Myers.
Wow, look at that.
So aware.
Student of the game. Always there for his friend Matt Cardona. And Matt Cardona, in turn, always there with a nice fist bump, sending Brian Myers back in there.
Well, just the ring intellect combined. Brian Myers and Matt Cardona over 30 years in the ring. Most of it being best friends. And now Cardona taking full advantage.
My monitor went out. What happened?
With the official's back turn, dealing with Myers, and he uses the second rope to damage the throat of Jacob Fatu.
From my angle all the way back here, what I saw was he tried to actually help Fatu to keep this match going as Fatu was trying to escape.
Impressive power by Myers into the cover. Fatu just kicks out.
Myers doesn't need to stay on top of him. He absolutely needs to stay on top of Fatu.
Well, this is where the wear and tear of having a first-round matchup's really coming into play. You look at Jacob Fatu, arguably the greatest star in the history of MLW. In just 3 years, he established himself as the longest reigning champion, the most destructive champion ever, but Brian Myers and Matt Cardona may have his number right now.
He's cutting off that air supply to Fatu, but the crowd is getting behind Fatu. They should mind their own business.
Once again, Fatu fighting his way back to his feet, and a couple of right hands creating a little bit of space, a little separation. What an enziguri there by Brian Myers, and now a kick right to the abdomen. DDT!
That was an impaler if I ever saw one.
Into the cover! Ooh, Fatu just kicks out. Myers, bit of an execution there. Almost.
Myers is frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Keep to the game plan. Stay on top of him.
Could you imagine Brian Myers moving on to the final round?
Yes. I love it. I love it. Why not? It's exactly what should happen.
Now Myers stomping away on Jacob Fatu, and in order to put someone like Fatu down, Josh, you have to be calculated. It does not happen in a hurry. And the second round, these semifinal rounds, are 40-minute time limits.
I don't know that Jacob Fatu can go 40 minutes at this point.
Myers continuing the attack here to
Myers is the most professional wrestler. It's
into
wrestling
the cover.
moves.
Fatu.
Wrestling moves. Fatu had to slap him in the face like a child.
And now Myers not going for style points here. Like you said, just trying to take away the oxygen supply of Jacob Fatu.
Fatu's getting back up to his feet here.
And we're just seeing amazing endurance here by Jacob Fatu. He feels like he's tailor-made for a tournament like this because of all the battles he's survived.
Oh my God!
And was victorious for as a tope through the second rope, wiping out Brian Myers, and now both competitors down on the floor.
Matt Cardona, it looks like he looks concerned.
As he should be.
I don't know that he's totally concerned. He's always ready. He's got a plan. We're going to be okay.
Have to imagine, I'm not quite sure what would happen if we do have a double count out. As both athletes fighting their way back to their feet, and now Fatu sending Myers back inside the ring.
If we have a double count out, I swear to God, if Tatanka comes back into this in the finals.
Now Fatu finally, a couple of clotheslines, mounting an offensive arsenal. Samoan drop, very apropos connects. And now Myers in deep trouble in the corner. Fatu, all of the weight, 285 pounds crashing on the face of Myers. Into the cover goes Fatu, that could be it, no. Fatu really breathing heavy here.
He is. Fatu is winded. This is, and look, I mean, he is a hell of an athlete. He's got a large gas tank, but he has been, these are two tough matches, and he's in there right now against a guy who's fresh in Brian Myers. Look, this is a valiant effort by Fatu, but that's it. Get away from him.
Once again, Cardona and the bicep in the
They're
way.
minding his own business. He's not doing anything.
Oh, this time Fatu saw him coming. A super kick. Myers could be in trouble here.
Referee's got to get this thing in the ring.
Well, Myers certainly is in the ring, and now Fatu is as well. Oh, what a spear!
That's it. We're done.
What a spear by Myers.
2,
into the cover,
3.
moving on. No, the left shoulder just gets up for Fatu. Oh.
This is
all the credit in the world to Myers. He truly is bringing an amazing fight to Jacob Fatu, and he's so close to facing Josh Alexander in the finals.
Myers is in the corner now. He's ready. He's getting ready. Fatu, he's stalking Fatu. Fatu is getting back to his feet over here.
Myers measuring him up. Fatu catches him. Oh, the SST!
Oh, no.
Fatu hits the SST, and now a super kick to Cardona. Wait. He took off the
He's
sling.
healed. It's a miracle. He's just trying to get back into the match. He's healed.
Oh, this is ridiculous. And now the moonsault from the top. Jacob Fatu is a finalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Jacob Fatu.
No, I'm sorry. So from over here, what I can see, Matt Cardona was healed. All of a sudden, his bicep healed. He took the brace off and said, you know what? Thank you, Brian Myers, for trying as hard as you could. Thank you. But I'm going to go back into this originally scheduled match, and Fatu just assaulted him. He was not a part of that match. He assaulted him.
No, what you just saw was for once the antics of the major players not paying off. As Jacob Fatu able to overcome both Myers and Cardona to hit the SST, following with a moonsault. And we now have our finals matchup. It is going to be a classic. Jacob Fatu and Josh Alexander, as Matt Cardona and Brian Myers walk away with nothing.
This is terrible. This is terrible. He was assaulted. Matt Cardona tried to get in there to say, hey guys, I'd like to pause this match and I'd like to get back into it. And what happened? This crowd.
No, Matt Cardona took off the sling, showing there was no bicep tear, there was no injury.
No, what?
And Jacob Fatu is able to overcome the antics. And he is moving on to the finals. Unbelievable. I have a smile on my face. So does everyone here in Chicago.
Not everybody has a smile on their face.
We're going to see Josh Alexander and Jacob Fatu to crown the inaugural Wrestling Showcase champion.
This is not the first time we've seen this. We saw that at Ric Flair's last match where Matt Cardona and Brian Myers they did come out there and get a little bit involved, but now I guess we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it for real.
Well, before we see that title match, we're going to see another title match. The MLW World Women's Featherweight Championship on the line. Taya Valkerie, Deonna Purrazzo, Chelsea Green. This is going to be a barn burner. Cannot wait.
Well, it might as well be a one-on-one because Chelsea Green has got to be worried sick right now about what just happened, about the assault that just took place on Matt Cardona.
Okay, Chelsea's a competitor. She's going to focus on this matchup, and I think you need to take a deep breath. With that said, let's go to the ring for this title match. The Virtuosa has arrived. Two-time Impact Knockouts champion with the second most days as champion in Impact history behind Gail Kim.
Looks like John Alba has something to say. John Alba, stand up here.
I do, guys. You take two tag team champions, you put them in a triple threat match, you wonder what's going to happen, right? Chelsea Green told me she expects this to be a 2-on-1 handicap match, but Deonna Purrazzo actually told me differently. She says this is every woman for themselves. Obviously, they will ensure that one of them will come out on top, but at the end of the day, the Virtuosa believes that will be her.
Thank you, John. It's awesome to have him as our sideline reporter, as the second competitor now making her entrance. She is a former Impact Knockouts champion, and over the past year, since her return to Impact, she's seen nothing but success and major moments, including a massive victory over future Hall of Famer Mickie James. But right now, what we're seeing, Josh, we're seeing opponents in Purrazzo and Green, but they are also the Impact Tag Team Champions.
That's correct. They're the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions. So we have Impact versus MLW right here is what we're looking at. We're also looking at two best friends against Taya Valkerie. Look at her putting on that brave face.
You can see they're wearing their tag team ring gear. Something's got to give here.
Yep.
Very intriguing matchup between three of the absolute biggest stars in women's wrestling today. La Buena Loca has arrived at the Wrestling Showcase, one of the most decorated women in professional wrestling today. She became the inaugural MLW World Women's Featherweight Champion back on April 21st when she defeated the previously dominant Holidead at Kings of Coliseum. But there's so much history here, Josh. Taya Valkerie also defeated Deonna Purrazzo for the AAA Reina de Reinas champion not long ago.
You see it around her waist right now, that championship. This is, look, she has a long history with her opponents here, and that's how I'm seeing it. Look at them. Does this look like two people who are about to compete against each other standing over there, Deonna and Chelsea? No.
You want to talk about even more history? Purrazzo and Green defeated Taya Valkerie and Rosemary for the Impact Women's Tag Team Championship. So there is a lot
Ladies
of
and gentlemen,
personal strife.
the following triple threat match is set for one fall. It is for the MLW World Featherweight Championship. Introducing first to my left, from Hackettstown, New Jersey, she is the Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo. Introducing the second challenger, from Victoria, British Columbia, she is the Hot Mess Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green, man, what's got to be what she's got to be feeling inside right now. But she's a professional and she's focused.
And
she may
now,
walk out champion.
the final and third combatant, from Victoria, British Columbia. She is the reigning and defending MLW World Featherweight Champion, Taya Valkerie.
Well, Josh, we wanted the Wrestling Showcase to be true excellence inside the squared circle, and we are seeing that right now with Taya Valkerie, Deonna Purrazzo, and Chelsea Green all ready to compete in this triple threat title match.
That's right. It's not all about the men in this tournament here. We have three of the best women in professional wrestling today in this ring right now, the Wrestling Showcase for the MLW Featherweight Championship. This is, I mean, look at this. Referee Brian Hebner.
Absolutely, but if you're looking at not only that gorgeous women's championship, but this is essentially Vexed versus Valkerie. This looks like a 1-on-2 matchup because you have best friends Purrazzo and Green looking to team up on Valkerie, but don't forget, this is a triple threat match.
Oh, they haven't forgotten that at all. Trust me. Trust me, they know exactly what they're doing.
Oof. Going
Excellent.
right to work on Taya Valkerie, and you know Valkerie had to realize this was going to happen. What kind of strategy can she have? That's the question.
Ooh, strategy should be to just try and survive.
Green going for the pump kick. Valkerie able to evade early on. Now Anita Purrazzo sending her to the outside.
Reversal there.
Oh, spear! Could Valkerie end this match
Deonna,
in
where's
seconds?
Deonna?
And Green able to kick out.
This has been an emotional roller coaster this night.
Taya Valkerie, also the longest single reign in Impact Knockouts champion history, 377 days. And of course, right now, the inaugural MLW Women's Champion. And just beautiful technique from Taya Valkerie. She's truly been a trailblazer throughout her career.
Chelsea needs to get out of there. That's what she needs to do. She needs to get out of there. Deonna needs to come back in, and we need to tag team here. That's what we need to do. We need to tag team here.
Right now, Purrazzo is out of commission on the outside, and Taya Valkerie,
that's
Loca taking advantage here.
That is just inappropriate.
But effective.
It's true.
Taya charging in again, double knees. Chelsea Green is in deep trouble here in the opening moments of this match. Valkerie into a cover, and Green able to kick out at 2.
Chelsea's trying to get into the ropes. Referee, she is in the ropes. Taya Valkerie needs to get away from. Come on, ref.
Taya Valkerie is an example of what you do when you love professional wrestling. Early on, she moved to Mexico early in her career, made a name for herself, and she's only been building since then. Had success everywhere she's gone, but now Purrazzo back in the fray. Oh, and Chelsea Green flying in, and Valkerie heads to the outside, and now the ring is nothing but vexed.
Does that make her any better of a professional wrestler than these two women because she went to Mexico?
That's all subjective.
Because she felt that she couldn't cut it in the United States, so she went to Mexico.
That's certainly not the case.
That's what you said.
Bit of a strategy session
here. We go. Okay, good. They're going to work. It's good. We're a team. Yes.
Are you kidding me?
It's fair.
Chelsea Green laying down for Purrazzo. Oh, whoa, Green with a quick roll up here. New champion, no. One thing that can't be disputed, both of these women have massive egos. They may be best friends, but can they overcome the ego?
It's not an ego. They're just having a little bit of fun. They had an agreement, and then Chelsea got a little overzealous.
They're both hungry for
there
titles.
We go. Good,
quick
good,
roll
good,
up
Chelsea.
by Green
Come on,
once
Chelsea.
again, no. And now it's getting a little chippy between the best friends and tag team partners.
What are you trying to stir up over here?
Sunset flip by Green into a cover, and now Purrazzo reversal, no. Another reversal. Could we have a new champion? Valkerie on the outside, no. This action is too fast to keep up with.
I'm exhausted.
A flurry of 2 counts. Both women came so close to becoming the new MLW Women's Featherweight Champion.
Oh. Deonna needs to calm down, if you ask me. She needs to just calm down.
Taya Valkerie trying to find a way back in this matchup, and now Green. Whoa.
All right. Oh.
Valkerie connects, and now to the face of Purrazzo, and now Luetta Loca has to find a way to defend this championship.
Oh, the thud. Deonna right into the corner.
Oh! Face first goes Valkerie. Now Green follows up.
Stomp right to the middle of the back. Taya Valkerie sent her right down into the mat there. And this, look, now the friends are back on the same page. This is how it should be.
Now the Impact Tag Team Champions are back on the same page here. Attacking Taya Valkerie, trying to wipe out the champion. Purrazzo was named Impact Knockout of the Year for 2020 and 2021. Chelsea Green has battled through injuries, but now she is completely 100% at the top of her game. And the double team continues into a suplex.
It's like it's nothing. Look at that. Just wiping her hands of it is Deonna Purrazzo. Wiping her hands of Taya Valkerie.
And Taya Valkerie does not need to be pinned or submitted to lose the championship.
And we saw that. That's what was going on before. There's a little bit of a disagreement. Maybe a rock, paper, scissors happened earlier, and Chelsea changed her mind. But
Valkerie lands a back elbow on Purrazzo. Now a boot to the face of Green. Valiant fight here by Valkerie. Oh, what a knee.
Look, I'm not going to take anything away from Taya Valkerie.
Russian leg sweep by Purrazzo into the cover. No, Valkerie able to power out. Look at Green, though, immediately into a cover. Hooks the leg. New champion, no. Purrazzo just realized what could have happened there.
Look, I am not going to take anything away from Taya Valkerie, but she's in a handicap match. That's what this is. This is a handicap match right now. And there is no way that she's going to beat the knockout tag team champions. It's just not going to happen. She needs to be praying that the two of them get into another fight. Thankfully, they got things back together, but she needs to pray that that's what happens. Oh.
Valkerie, a clothesline now to both Green and Purrazzo, refusing to back down here.
Just like I said, if anybody could beat the two of them, it would be Taya Valkerie.
Now Valkerie turning her attention to Green as Purrazzo is sent to the outside. Oh! Down goes Green into the cover. Valkerie, no. Green just gets the left shoulder up, and now she's looking to, could it be the local lock? Can she lock it in?
She's going for it. She's got that foot right in the small of the back.
And it is! Taya Valkerie with the local lock, center of the ring.
Hold on.
Chelsea Green, nowhere to go.
This family has been through too much tonight. Chelsea, come on, you got this. Where's Deonna?
Can the champion retain and overcome the odds?
Where's Deonna?
Purrazzo, I believe, is still on the outside. Chelsea Green is all by herself. No, Purrazzo.
Thank God.
Uh-oh. Purrazzo going for a rear naked choke, perhaps.
Taya Valkerie had no choice but to release that hold. Self-preservation at its finest.
Can she get the leverage? Now she's got the sleeper. All the body weight on the back of Taya Valkerie. Oh, there's the power of Valkerie, though. Now a double stomp. Valkerie right into the cover. Hooks the leg. Retains. No, Chelsea Green saving the day there.
Oh, you upset her now. Now you're getting the hot mess. That's what you're getting right now. You're getting the hot mess.
Chelsea Green, so unpredictable, so crafty, so intelligent. And Taya Valkerie, though, so powerful. Oof. Now going to work on Green in the corner. Dangerous position here as Purrazzo.
The referee needs to count a little bit fast. Oh, my God, that hurt me.
Valkerie could be perhaps looking for a superplex, but Purrazzo jumping back in the fray here. This could be a pivotal moment in this matchup. Purrazzo, she's got Valkerie up. Oh my God. Oh! Green didn't get all of it, but Purrazzo certainly did. Valkerie down, Green down, Purrazzo down.
You got to cover someone, just Chelsea or Deonna. Someone's got to get that cover. Wait, excellent.
They're both going for the cover. Valkerie able to kick out. I have no idea what the decision for Brian Hebner would have been there.
I'll tell you what the decision from Brian Hebner would have been. He would have had two champions.
Not sure if MLW would have sanctioned that, but that remains to be seen. Meanwhile, Valkerie showing the signs of damage. Oh, wait. Chelsea Green's favoring the same wrist.
Oh, no, she's hurt, too.
Wait a minute. Purrazzo just kicked Brian Hebner out of the ring while Green was favoring the surgically repaired wrist.
I think that was an accident.
What the hell is going on? Now Purrazzo's got the title. Are you kidding me?
They each have a championship. Well, don't bring all your belts to the ring.
Both of Valkyrie's championships crashing upon the skull. And now Green going for the prettier. She's got it. You've got to be kidding me. Green into the cover. Hebner making the count. We have a new champion. What? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and new MLW World Featherweight Champion, Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green has done it. We have a new, get out of there, Hebner. We have a new MLW Featherweight Champion, Chelsea Green.
Jaws have dropped in Chicago as Vex conspired to defeat Taya Valkerie. Purrazzo kicking Brian Hebner outside the ring. He didn't know who did it.
You're talking about kicking. Everybody loves to go and talk about kicking doors wide open. Well, we have an Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team champ.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is not on my run sheet.
As Green holding the title, Karen Jarrett has something to say.
Probably here to congratulate her.
Give that to him. You think your silly nonsense is gonna fly around here? Huh? I know you're not here to do this. Oh, yeah. Honey. You're here to congratulate me,
Congratulate
Chelsea, I'm the host of the show tonight, and what I say goes, and we're restarting this match.
What are you talking about? She's a host.
Yes.
Thank you, Karen Jarrett.
I'm sorry, who gave her the authority to do this?
Hand the belt over. Hand it over.
It's a championship, and it's hers.
It is a championship belt that still belongs to Taya Valkerie until this match is officially over.
Wow, it just hit me. It just hit me.
All of a sudden, Chelsea.
Karen Jarrett is jealous of Chelsea Green.
Well, all of a sudden, Chelsea's.
Ring the bell. Hebner, ring the bell.
This match is restarted thanks to Karen Jarrett.
No. Listen.
And Taya Valkerie now measuring up Green and Purrazzo. Does she have enough left? Oh, what the hell?
Good. That's what happens. Good.
Valkerie going for the roll-up, but Hebner.
There's no ref.
Just got decimated by Purrazzo and Green.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna. Oh God. Oh my God. Here comes referee Dave Miller.
Valkerie sending Purrazzo to the outside. Oh, shoulders are down. New official in the ring. Valkerie gets the victory and retains.
Here is your winner and still MLW World Featherweight Champion,
Can Dave Miller just mind his own business? The man just insists on running on in and sliding into matches that he is not assigned to officiate.
What Dave Miller did was his job as Vex attacked Brian Hebner for the second time, and Taya Valkerie overcoming the odds, overcoming the double team effort of Purrazzo and Green as she retains the MLW World Women's Featherweight Championship. What a champion, what a star Taya Valkerie is.
I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy because the Cardona household's not happy. This is their show.
The Cardona household is now completely miserable as things look bleak and dire for Taya Valkerie for a few moments, but Karen Jarrett righted the wrong and restarted the matchup, and Taya Valkerie can now breathe a sigh of relief as she is walking away, still the champion. Josh, you're having a rough night.
I'm having a rough night. The Cardona's having a rough night. And anybody who loves rules, anybody who loves a wrestling match where somebody's going to actually follow the rules and not have a referee just coming out of nowhere in, and when somebody wins a championship and when somebody says that they're healed, this isn't right, is what this is.
Josh,
it's not right.
Your pills.
You talk about your pills.
Well, Taya Valkerie has retained the MLW World Women's Featherweight Championship, which means we have one match left. That is the finals of the inaugural Wrestling Showcase tournament.
Hey, I might not agree with what this final match is, but I can agree with everybody else who right now is saying, "Oh my God, this is gonna be intense." This is for the Wrestling Showcase Championship, the inaugural Wrestling Showcase Championship, and look who's here to take the championship to the ring.
An absolute legend,
Ladies and
Mike
gentlemen,
Chioda.
the man in charge of this next contest, legendary referee, Mike Chioda.
Well, hey, maybe we're finally going to have a match called down the middle.
The officials have done a tremendous job throughout the night. But who better than Mike Chioda to officiate this historic match?
This is it. This is it, Johnny. Josh Alexander has been through war. He has just...
It certainly is. We are here, and the Impact World Champion making his way to the ring, and there's a very recent history between Josh Alexander and Jacob Fatu. We're getting a much-anticipated rematch from Ric Flair's last match that was marred by Cardona and Myers, mind you.
How was this marred? Cardona and Myers, first of all, if anything was marred, Matt Cardona should be in this match right now. I'm gonna need him.
Why don't you go check on his bicep?
Well, here comes the Samoan Werewolf. He has been through a lot. Maybe he's been through so much, guess what? I don't think he's coming. I don't think he's coming.
Jacob Fatu certainly has battled through so much to get to these finals.
Oh,
there he is. And he is stomping to the ring with a purpose. Josh, if there is damage done to the body and soul of Jacob Fatu, he is certainly not showing it.
You know, he's coming in here. We talked about how the match between the two of them kind of ended in the no contest at Ric Flair's last match just 1 month ago. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for one of these men to prove to everybody. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the finals of the Wrestling Showcase Tournament. The winner will become the first ever Wrestling Showcase Champion. This contest is set for one fall. Your referee in charge, Mr. Mike Chioda. And now the combatants. Introducing first, to my right, he comes to us tonight, fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Weighing in this evening at 240 pounds, he is the Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander.
Big fight feel. It's a big fight.
And his opponent, to my left, he makes his way here tonight, fighting out of the Isle of Samoa, weighing in this evening at 285 pounds. He is the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
The stage is set. The walking weapon, the Samoan Werewolf, one-on-one. What in God's name?
Oh.
Why? Why?
Oh, it's a miracle.
What is Cardona doing here?
It's a miracle.
He's been eliminated.
Guys. I've got some great news. I did not re-tear my bicep.
Oh my God, thank God. Wow.
And I've been on the phone with my attorney, Smart Mark Sterling. And Jacob Fatu should not be in this match. He put his hands on me. He should have been disqualified. You gotta get your ass out of here. It's me and Josh for that. Right now, ring the bell, get him out of here. Let's go, do the right thing, Kyoto.
Awesome. Come on. Matt Cardona against Josh Alexander. Fatu is out of here. Thanks to, oh my God.
Thank goodness.
Dear God, is this again?
You know, there are many times over the years we'd be happy to see Karen Jarrett, but this is one of them.
Isn't it? It's always something. Oh, gosh. This is really, really hard for me to admit. But, Matt, I actually agree with you.
Yes.
You do deserve to be a part of this match.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I told you.
But what I don't agree with is that it should be a one-on-one match.
What do you mean?
Jacob Fatu, you do deserve to be in this match.
No. Wait.
So this is going to be a three-way right
Wow.
now
No.
for the Wrestling Showcase Championship.
Here we go. It's now a triple threat match. As Mike Chioda holds up the gorgeous championship, it is now Fatu, Alexander, and Cardona. Josh, you're at a loss for words.
I'm having such mixed emotions right now. I'm on cloud 9. I'm so happy that Matt Cardona is safe, is healed, and is in this match. Smart Mark Sterling is going to write a strongly worded letter, I believe. Jacob Fatu should not be in this.
Explain your reasoning as to why Jacob Fatu is 2-0. He's won both.
He
of his
assaulted
matches.
Matt Cardona when he was merely a manager. He should be fined. He should be suspended. He should be fired. He should be reprimanded. He should be deported. All of these things is horrible.
Let's just forget about Cardona's interference, taking off the elbow sling.
Agreed.
Oh my! Fatu showing early on there are no friends in a triple threat match as he super kicks Alexander. And Cardona wanting no part of either one of his opponents. Oh, what a right hand.
Cardona's out there. He's gonna pick his spot. That's what's gonna happen.
That's what Cardona does best. This match is underway. A huge thank you to all of the media outlets who featured the stars of the Wrestling Showcase this past week, including PW Torch, WrestleZone, Good Karma Wrestling, and the absolute pinnacle of pro wrestling broadcasting, Busted Open Radio on Fight Nation Sirius XM. Thank you to everyone as Cardona going for a ride, being sent over the top by Josh Alexander.
Oh, a stiff kick to Jacob Fatu.
And in a triple threat match, there is no count out, so Josh, this fight could spill anywhere. And Alexander now a boot to both opponents.
He is running back and forth, and he's going to wind himself. That's what he's going to do. He's going to become winded, and that's going to be it.
Well, Alexander, all he does is win, and could he take home even more gold tonight?
It's not right. This is what it should look like, a one-on-one contest.
Fatu feeling the effects on the outside is, like you said, Josh, right now it is currently one-on-one Cardona and the Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander.
And it is a one fall to the finish. We're getting word now that, yes, this is going to be standard triple threat rules. One fall to a finish, no disqualification, no count out, pinfall or submission.
That's right, a massive club to the back of Alexander. In a triple threat match, it is almost impossible to have a strategy, especially when you have three top-notch athletes at the peak of their careers like this.
Jacob Fatu eyeing up Josh Alexander.
It's been a while. It's held gold.
Lost our audio there for a second there. That's how hard Fatu hit him.
Fatu can knock out any kind of audio, video, every strike he has. Look at the athleticism of Fatu, a top rope flipping senton, taking down Alexander. There is nobody on this planet who can do what Fatu does in that ring.
No, he is on another level. A guy that size should not be able to do things like that. I still don't think he should be in this match, but regardless.
Well, to win a tournament like this, you have to have unlimited endurance, so much resilience and tenacity, and Alexander and Fatu have certainly proven to have that.
It looks like John Alba has something to say. John Alba, we're going to go back to our sideline reporter, John Alba.
Yeah, you see Josh Alexander taking that elbow there from Matt Cardona. I think it's really worth noting how the offense from Moose earlier tonight may have had an effect on Alexander here. Moose admitted that Alexander was one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, so you saw him attack and focus on that midsection throughout his match. He said if an opponent gets hooked
into a cover here, hooks the leg, Alexander kicks out at 2.
Well, he said Alexander wouldn't be able to sustain any offense in the event of that happening. So you add that into the fact that he went to war with Rich Swann.
Now Cardona with a neck breaker.
You have to wonder if he can sustain it.
Wasting no time into a cover once again, and Cardona certainly looks 100% to me.
Well, it was tough for us to actually hear what John Alba had to say.
It's very loud in here.
I hope it was tough for all of you at home as well. But we do thank John Alba for the great insight that he has provided.
Absolutely. It's Cardona continuing the attack here. Cardona is no stranger to causing controversy. Damn near started a riot when he became GCW World Champion and proclaimed himself as the king of the death match. And now he wants to become the king of the Wrestling Showcase, going for the reboot, but Alexander had that scouted.
No. Hey, come on. Get to the ropes. Matt, get to the ropes.
Ankle lock. Alexander has made so many opponents submit to the ankle lock. But Fatu.
Oh.
And
Alexander.
Alexander.
For him.
Beautiful transition there by Alexander, but Fatu so powerful. And let's not forget, Alexander and Cardona have a history as a tag team as well. A lot of moving parts here in this triple threat title match. German suplex. Alexander maintains the grasp. And another. Can Alexander hit the trifecta?
No. It was Matt Cardona smartly held onto the ropes. Well, I guess.
Oh my!
Oh my God. If that does not tell you the strength of Josh Alexander, nothing will.
And another example, sending Fatu all the way crashing to the outside. And now Alexander focusing solely on Cardona. Ooh. Finley roll there as Cardona is supine, center of the ring. What the hell is Alexander thinking here? Wait, what? Moose! What is Moose doing here? Oh! Alexander able to overcome his bitter rival, and a crossbody sending Moose to the barricade.
Moose is out here trying to just watch a match, and Josh Alexander just assaulted him.
Watch a match? You're insane.
No. Come on.
And now Alexander.
No.
The C4 spike. It connects.
Oh, no.
Alexander about to become the champion into the cover. No. Oh, come on. Moose pulling Alexander outside the ring and taking away a certain victory. Are you kidding me?
I've always liked Moose. Oh, but Moose is down. They're both down.
Moose charging directly into the barricade, but some damage was certainly done to Josh Alexander. Now it's Fatu and Cardona.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. This is complete insanity.
There are no disqualifications in this match, and she is here. She's trying to save her husband. Has he not been through enough for you? Has he not been through enough? Thank you, Chelsea.
Chelsea Green has no right to be here. What do you do if you're Jacob Fatu? Right? What does Mike Chioda do? That's the question.
You don't. Jacob Fatu is not happy. Mike Chioda, look, there's nothing he can do. Good. You don't speak to a woman that way. You don't speak to. Hey, no.
Fatu is livid. And Brian Myers now. This is insanity.
What's happening here?
Oh, low blow by Green, and now a title!
Yes!
Crashing on the skull of Fatu. Mike Chioda was tending to Cardona, didn't see it.
It doesn't matter anyway. There's no disqualifications here, is there?
No, everything has broken down. There is no disqualification in a triple threat match. Ridiculous. And Cardona has just done it!
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner of the Wrestling Showcase Tournament and new Wrestling Showcase champion.
I gotta get up there.
Matt Cardona.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am beyond a loss for words.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mac.
Sure enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the inaugural Wrestling Showcase Champion, always ready, Matt Cardona.
Josh, I did it. Wrestling Showcase Universe, I did it. I love you all.
As boos rain down upon Brian Myers, Chelsea Green, and the new Wrestling Showcase champion, Matt Cardona. He may not be the champion everyone envisioned, but the fact remains that Matt Cardona will be carrying the Wrestling Showcase Championship with him for the next calendar year. Thank you so much for joining us. From everyone here at the Wrestling Showcase, good night from Chicago.